I know you guys were sour pleasing to those sick beats, but we did not leave you for very long. We are coming back right now to the draft. Team Aster versus BOOM, a Game 2. Team Aster claiming a solid Game 1 victory versus BOOM. And it seems like there is some respect on the table as BOOM do opt to first phase ban that XXS Timbersaw.
It's hard to play against this hero. You have like 15 minutes of free time unless you overextend where you're pretty much invincible, and then you get an item like a pipe or Hans Halberd like we've seen in the previous game, and then you're invincible once again. So it's so easy to snowball with this hero, and you need to have like really specific heroes that can counter it. I love Ursa. I love Slark, even though when playing Slark, if the game's not going well for you, Timbersaw deals well.
Oh yeah, because he has so much
AoE,
ground targeted damage, so Shadow Dance just does not protect you. So, I mean, Timbersaw, as you had said even before the first draft started, Timbersaw is just a good hero right now. So, despite there on paper being some counters, it's still much more complicated than just picking the right hero.
Snapfire still in the pool. Nyx Assassin is
Banned.
gone. I would not be surprised if Team Aster just straight up picks it here.
Yeah, because it was their Nyx Assassin. It was Fade on the Nyx who was just doing great, and they have first pick this time on Aster. BOOM had first pick last game, so Snapfire definitely availability, and they will take it. So I take it you were not satisfied with the nerfs that Snapfire received in 7.24b. You felt that she deserved more nerfs.
Her third spell is not that great.
Shredder, yeah.
It's good against Phoenix. It's okay against the towers, but you do not want to max out this spell. Cookie is probably the strongest spell you get until you get level 6, and it's always going to be good. The repositioning that you get from it, also the heal, once you get to level 15, always feels good. I'd say she's pretty balanced at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because sometimes first phase heroes are just good. They're not overpowered. They're very flexible. Even though Snapfire primarily played in either the 4 or 5 position, we don't really see her taking any core roles. But you can't, as long as you ban out Nyx, you can't really counter Snapfire.
I've seen position 3 Snapfire where you end up being position 5 with an extra item.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it. On the other hand, Void Spirit, one of the reasons why they banned out Puck, pretty easy matchup for Puck against Void Spirit. Cripples you down. You can't really use any of the spells because of the silence. I love Shadowfiend as a response to Void Spirit. It also makes his lane unplayable.
So you're 99% sure it's going to be a mid Void Spirit?
Most likely.
Okay.
I've seen Yapsor playing position 4 Void Spirit. I've seen some offlane. I don't think Assassination position 3 heroes are that good at the moment. You want to have some kind of like stability from it, a guaranteed stun, or just building the auras.
Yeah. So my personal favorite Void Spirit build is the Yule's build. I think the Yule's build is ridiculously good. I knew you would disagree with that. You
Crystallis,
build?
that's the build.
Of course.
The most cost-efficient item in the game at the moment. I'm no math expert, but I know how to spot the overpowered things when I see them.
Okay. And Crystallis is on that list?
Yeah.
Then why didn't it get any nerfs in 7.24b?
Because we did not exploit it enough yet. You know,
okay. The ceiling is higher. We can abuse this item more. I want 5 Crystallises on a Troll Warlord.
I've seen Thompson going for
yeah, that's what I saw.
Crystallis on Earthshaker.
It's a good item, and Void Spirit's definitely a hero who can take advantage of it. Like you said, it's more of an assassination-oriented build, the Yule's build, because between the Cyclone and the Aether Remnant, it's just so much chain disable, and his initiation range with the Astral Step is just amazing. That's why I like it. It's a very low-risk way to start fights. But if you got an Oracle on your team, then you don't really need to go low risk. You can go high risk, and you can just go pure damage because an Oracle is going to save your ass.
Yeah, it's not like you need the 4th save. You already have built-in saves.
Tell me, between Dissimulate and Astral Step, Void Spirit can die on occasion? I find that hard to believe.
If you put yourself in a bad spot, yes. I want to see some gap closers once again. Want to see a bit more control for this Oracle. They ban out the BL. Even though the Fusel Blade got nerfed, these heroes are still gonna be popular that are building the Fusel Blade. I don't think 10 less mana is gonna make item bad.
Well, especially for Phantom Lancer, which the illusion mana did not get nerfed. It was just the primary hero mana getting nerfed. So it's it wasn't really that heavily nerfed on illusion heroes. But Phantom Lancer, a hero that can go through Resonant Pulse, that you can take off that damage reduction very quickly, and then obviously the ability to rush onto an Oracle would be quite irritating.
Not the best spells to steal this game once again from Rubik, but it feels like it's a hero that always does well in the game. And I mean, there's still only 2 heroes out of 5 picked, but you do not want to get like something like an Omni or a Baron. It shuts down a couple of the picks. I mean, you could, but then you give them a guaranteed heal / dispel.
It's true. Which the Dispel, like I guess the offensive Dispel capabilities, if Rubik is able to steal Fortress End from Oracle, be able to purge off the Resonant Pulse from the Void Spirit, the damage reduction. But aside from that, I guess, again, just the Telekinesis instant disable would be very nice against a slippery hero like Void.
Do you think Void Spirit has way too many purple spells?
Well, that's
like Resonant
saying...
Pulse kind of... I can't really see it properly, if you know what I mean.
It's like a little mini Shiva's Guard. It's a purple Shiva's Guard kind of thing.
Could be bigger, in my opinion.
Oh, so he needs buffs, is what you're telling me.
I think that's a nerf, actually.
Oh, if it's more visible, that's
yes.
a nerf. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. It's yeah, I guess out of all the spirits, you know, does Earth Spirit really have that many green spells? His Remnant is like gray, and his Rolling Boulder is like gray. I guess Magnetize kind of is gray. He's definitely the least color coordinated out of the spirits. Because Ember, he's got plenty of red spells. And Storm Spirit, even though I always see the green Immortal on Storm Spirit's Ball Lightning. I never see his blue Ball Lightning anymore.
Well, Earth Spirit looks pretty green to me.
His icons are green. The actual particles, like his boulder's all gray. He's a gray spirit. Boom ID, they ban out the Lifestealer yet again, and Aster bans out the Beastmaster. Surprising ban. I wonder if they want to maybe get a BKB building hero. Don't want to have to deal with the BKB piercing disable. Or, like you had mentioned earlier, Boom ID are famous for going for these fast push strats. So banning out the Troll, banning out the Beastmaster means that the push is slowed down. And Boom will pick up a Pango.
It's either a mid Pango or off-lane Pango here. Huh. Puck would have been such a nice pick.
Dude. Smart
but sadly, it's gone. I see more and more Pango being picked up. The hero does well, but in the game that he's losing, he kind of looks horrible. I have the same feeling for Void Spirit. If he's snowballing, the team is winning. The hero's like, yeah, this dude is overpowered. But then if he's losing, like, he needs buffs, you know?
Of course, you need to be good at all stages of the game, no matter how shut down you are in any phases. I'm kind of leaning towards an offlane Pango. Like you had said, you prefer the Crystallis build on the Void Spirit. And for Pango, with Shield Crash, you kind of feel pretty comfortable building into aura items, especially now that Maelstrom got some minor nerfs. Yes, all the stacking javelins and all that jazz on Pangolier, maybe not as powerful as it once was. Still fairly good, but yeah, Pango definitely suffers a little bit from those nerfs.
When Legion Commander was not that popular, XXS was pretty much the only guy who was playing it. It's one of his most played known heroes. I'm not sure why Legion Commander in this case. You're playing against Oracle, so dual damage is gonna be hard to get, even though Legion Commander is not all about getting the dual damage. But, you know, it's easy to snowball if you get a couple of those early on.
Well, this is a stressful game for an Oracle. You have to watch so many of your allies.
Also, it's Slark into Legion Commander. There's no way you're getting out of duel.
Yeah. And
Oracle can save you, of course, and there's another good counter pick. I feel like these teams are counter-picking themselves.
Not banning the Bloodseeker definitely seems like a big mistake if you're going to pick out a Slark. Because Aster, like Chinese players love Bloodseeker. They love an excuse to play Bloodseeker. And Slark is a great excuse to pick Bloodseeker. So that seems a little bit short-sighted. And then, yeah, like you said, into a Legion Commander as well.
They were already thinking about picking Bloodseeker against Pango.
Yeah,
He's rolling. I'm going to put the Rupture on you. Great AoE silence to control where you want to fight against the Oracle.
It's difficult for Void Spirit to also be able to comfortably escape against a Bloodseeker with all that move speed. Yeah, it's a great Bloodseeker game. And the Slark doesn't necessarily like have like a great laning matchup. Does Slark beat Legion comfortably in lane?
If it's Legion Rubik, there's going to be ton of harassment on Slark.
Yeah.
I'm favoring Aster's lane, like getting pressed the attack. Also, the passive ability. Slark's not gonna have an easy time in that lane.
Yeah.
Like you need levels on this Oracle, on this Slark. When you think about, yeah, I'm just gonna keep stealing the stacks. That's not how it works early on.
Yeah, you just don't have like level 1 Essence Shift just is not good enough to go head to head against Legion Commander. Moment of Courage is infinitely more useful in lane. I guess it's just a comfort thing for Dreamocel, you know. After last game, I think they need all the comfort that they can get.
It's such a good Storm game. I would still go for their Storm or Shadowfin here. There's really no lockdown for Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
Also,
much.
I want to see brothers fighting Spirit against Spirit.
So then why not the Ember? Why Storm over Ember?
10 seconds remaining.
I'd prefer to have a better catch against the Oracle.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Bolt Lightning's easier to jump on and get the assassinations than Fire Remnant. Yeah, I'm down with either of those. Again, as we saw in the previous game, the name of the game is making sure that you can jump on this Oracle and kill him, or force him to use his ult on himself. But that does not seem to be what Aster care about. I guess the Bloodseeker and the Legion Commander will be fulfilling that. You just need something to get you to the late game, and that is what Medusa will be doing here.
When we talk about late game, we don't necessarily mean like 60-minute game.
Yeah.
Medusa,
she's not that hero
2
anymore.
items, 20, 25 minutes in, she's going for high ground push. Also, getting Divine Rapier on Medusa early on is a viable strat.
It's true.
Getting True Strike from Rapier. And if you can like control the map, control the game from 10 to 15-minute mark, get the advantage, get the Roche and buy Rapier, it's always super effective. Once again, they go with Monkey. I know that Monkey can beat Medusa in the mid lane.
Oh, okay. I mean, for
and
what
they
it's
don't
worth,
have any kind of like save besides Legion Commander. So could be okay. Monkey King game also builds into the Fusel Blade to burn mana on Medusa.
Medusa's laning phase is pretty garbage these days. Now that Mystic Snake does not steal mana, it's just like not intimidating to have to lane against anymore. So I am a little bit surprised that they opt for the Monkey King as opposed to another, I don't know, a more aggressive mid laner perhaps, because like Slark, he has to farm quite a bit this game. If he has like 3 of these assassination heroes with the Pango, the Void Spirit, and the Monkey King, then he has to be like the carry. He's not going to be the one roaming around early on, I feel. So I don't know. I feel like the Monkey King, while it is a good lane matchup versus Medusa, I feel like I would have preferred something that can play with Slark a little bit more than play with like the Void Spirit.
True. I think they have way too many similar heroes that do the exact same thing, while Team Aster, they have a lot of different stuff. You have magical damage, you have physical coming out from Medusa, pure damage from Bloodseeker as well. So overall, Aster, I'd say they outdrafted them.
Yeah, and I mean, Boom just outdrafted themselves, kind of. Yeah, they drafted themselves into a corner here. The Medusa is a very strange pick, so I'm curious to see what Aster's strategy is with that hero. But the rest of it makes a lot of sense. The Bloodseeker versus the Slark is going to be fantastic. The Legion Commander is just a comfort hero, like you said, for XXS, and Snapfire is just an objectively strong hero, so you can first phase it whenever you want. As we will jump in soon to game number 2 of Boom versus Aster.
Let's hop in.
Nope, no hopping yet. We'll wait a little bit. Okay, now we'll hop. Brilliant. Okay, so Snapfire and Legion Commander are going to be laning with each other. That seems like a very irritating lane to have to go against.
Huh. I prefer Well, maybe not. I think it's going to be Rubik since it's Fade on Rubik, and I'm not a big fan of Snapfire being played as position 4. You just do the exact same job, might get one extra item faster if it's Glimmer Cape or get to that mech a bit earlier.
Yeah, part of my reason why I don't like it is because even if you do get that item, Snapfire just stays so far away from the fight all the time that like even if you get a Glimmer Cape, you're like, wait, I gotta get my ult off first. I can't help you yet. I can't put the Glimmer Cape on you because I'm like 10 million miles away from the fight. That I'm with you. 5 position Snapfire just makes the most sense. But
Void Spirit position 4. Last time I've seen it, it was Yappy playing it. He went for, you know what?
Yules?
Nope.
Lotus Orb?
Meteor Hammer.
Meteor Hammer. Interesting. I guess the Aether Remnant buys you enough time to pull it off. And seeing as how there are, I mean, I guess Bloodseeker could build a BKB this game. He doesn't really need to. There's not that much worth building a BKB against. But yeah, I could see that happening. Meteor Hammer, Void Spirit. I still prefer the Yules, but yeah. Snapfire taking Shredder at 1. I wonder if she wants to snipe off a Courier, as one Courier already heading towards the mid lane.
Watch the top lane. This is where they're going to assert dominance from level 1. Fade with the Fade Bolt. Oh, man. Imagine having a spell that it's called by you.
Oh, that's
Legion
true.
Commander with overwhelming odds.
Lacoste odds? That would be a great spell.
A Lacoste hook.
Summons an alligator or something like that. So mid lane, we got the Bloodseeker versus Medusa. Bot lane, it's going to be Bloodseeker and Snapfire versus the Pango Void Spirit. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this lane before. I don't think I've ever seen Void
Whoa.
Pango.
BoBoKa with the Lil Shredder level 1. Already used it 2 times for some extra harassment. I mean, you're playing against the 2 melee heroes, so it's super effective.
Yeah. Initially, I thought that because he wanted to snipe off couriers, but he left the mid lane. He used it once on the Monkey King mid, and then he TP'd down to bot. That initially, whenever Snapfire was released, that was the most popular build, was maxing out Shredder, but he got nerfed a lot. It's now in the top lane. Dreamocel racking up quite a few essence shifts onto Fade, but Fade's just going to narrowly escape. That last auto attack not going to be enough from the Oracle. But Dreamocel does have 9 essence shifts, so it may be a little bit difficult to trade with this Legion Commander.
They have the creep wave advantage. Did a good job not allowing them to use overwhelming odds nor Fade Bolt level 1 efficiently. They were just spreading around the creep wave.
Yeah, we'll have to see how much dominance they can really assert. As we see the continued adventures of the mid lane. Medusa 4-0 right now versus the 11-4 Monkey King. You can definitely see that Mikoto is very comfortable in this matchup, and that's why they last picked the hero. BoBoKa just shredding away on this bot lane.
Well, just a zoning tool so they can't get close. So you secure a couple of CS. Also, no points in Thirst. Rarely I see Blood Seekers picking up Blood Rage early on, but if you're getting harassed a lot, also if it's a good matchup for you, 2 melee heroes, you can allow to get the Blood Rage. There's no real like burst damage that they can take you down with.
Right. It's the damage amplification that makes it so nerve-wracking for Bloodseeker to take that Blood Rage, but, you know, until Pango gets more points in Swashbuckle, there's really, like you said, not that much burst damage to be concerned about. Some high action trading here going on between an Oracle and a Rubik. Both of the heroes rolling out of the base with a headdress. What happened to Buckler? Buckler used to be an equally popular thing to roll out of the base with, and I just don't see it that much anymore.
The cost got nerfed, I think 50 gold.
That's true.
So you can't like buy Buckler and Tangos.
Yeah.
Pango going, sorry, straight for the Javelin. I love that you can scale, gives you a ton of kill potential, especially on the supports. And then you have a mixed damage, magical plus physical.
I guess the decision is why give Pango the farm over the Void Spirit? Just because both of those heroes can deal damage with items, and I think both of them are pretty good as 4 positions as well. So why opt to give FBZ the farm on his Pango as opposed to the Void Spirit?
I guess allowing Pangolier to be more tanky, cutting into backlines, finding Medusa. They have like 3 heroes that can close the gap with Slark, Monkey King, and with Pangolier. But the problem is they have 1, 2, 3, 4 melee heroes.
Yeah, and that's going to be very irritating. It's going to be great for Snapfire. Having to, like 4 melee heroes converging on your Medusa and Snapfire just peppering away with these Mortimer kisses. No one can really, like, if you use one of your spells to get away from the kisses, that means that Medusa feels very safe.
Medusa still struggling on a mid lane.
And Hyde taking a bunch of damage from that Scatterblast. FBZ getting kind of in danger, gets the disarm off and immediately salves up once he confirms that Bloodseeker cannot take it off. But TP threatened. He was cancelled off by, I'm guessing, the Oracle. And Rune's going to be 2-2 apiece.
1-1 so far. No one wants to leave the lane. Bottom lane, Bloodseeker getting harassed a lot. Ooh, they almost get him.
And now the Pango might be in trouble, but he manages to get out. It does seem like Khezcute did decide to come down to this bot lane, but that leaves his Slark all alone up top, and that is not a place you want to be as a Slark, especially pre-level 6.
Medusa forced to get into jungle. Monkey King just completely dumpstering her in the laning stage. 38-18 against the 21-1.
Good lord. That is not a good look. Thankfully, Medusa can go into the jungle pretty easily. It's not that big of a deal for her to go into leave the lane, but yeah, Mikoto's having a grand old time.
Monkey saving points, 2-0-2 build at the moment.
Despite being level 6. Yeah, I mean, if you're the mid lane, you don't really know if you need the tree jump. If someone comes ganks you, then maybe. And now it seems like a little bit of a movement from the Oracle heading over to the mid lane, or possibly just walking all the way back to top, as Monkey King does end up leveling up that tree dance. But does not
We
get a
still
kill.
did not have first blood. I don't know if you
I know.
noticed.
Oh, believe me, I have noticed. We might see it now, though, as we see this Bloodseeker fall victim to the Aether Remnant. He is going to get killed by FBZ. These consistent disarms just making life so difficult for Sccc. And there you go. There's your first blood. 6.5 minutes in.
They get the Javelin. There's a ton of mixed damage from Pangolier on that Swashbuckle, so he should be careful getting close with the Blood Rage on.
Thankfully, Slark is not doing that great right now, so Bloodseeker does not have to, like, he does not have that much. Oh, TP cancel. Khezcute manages to cancel Rubik's.
Slark is fine. He just hit level 6. There's no way you're killing him until Legion Commander gets level 6.
Well, it kind of depends on, oh, as ChYuan taking some harass from Mikoto here. ChYuan has plenty of mana, though. Oh, well, so much for that. Boundless Strike, still whacking away. No one really wants to help out Medusa.
Team?
Team? Question mark? He gets the maxed out Jingo and then pieces out. But now he has a maxed out Jingo, and now he may be able to go on BoBoKa, who's going up against Hyde. Scatterblast does quite a bit of damage, but one Jingu whack, as it is 3 points in that spell, and Mikoto manages to make some success out of this jungle invasion.
XSS hit level 6, but who does he play with? How do you kill Slark? That's the problem. Rubik is only level 3, just hit level 4. I don't think that's enough. Every single time Slark farms the creep wave, then goes to the jungle, farm that, and is pretty much full HP, so you can't get him. If Legion Commander tries to go on you, you just pop the ulti. So Slark should be fine for the next couple of minutes.
I guess it's just mainly up to Sccc. Whenever the Bloodseeker, like, they could turn it into a lane swap. Bloodseeker's like, okay, I'm going to go lane top now. We can try to go for a kill.
I don't think he can lane top anymore.
Against the Slark?
Against the Slark,
Yeah.
2 points in Essence Shift. Every single time you get close, you'll get harassed.
I guess both teams are just okay with the status quo right now because no one really seems interested in rotating. Mikoto's doing his best to move around, but aside from that, it seems like both the top and bottom lanes are just keeping things static. Medusa just farming up the jungle. Donated the mid lane to the Rubik, so Rubik can get level 6, which would be nice. Overall, very, very slow so far in these first 10 minutes.
Bloodseeker has Rupture, and they have ways to stop a TP with the cookie.
So you're telling me they should be going for kills? That's what I'm hearing from you.
Try to make stuff happen at the moment. They are afraid of this Bangalore. If he gets a proc on the Disarm or on that Javelin, that's a lot of damage.
I mean, I see this with a team with
Mid
Medusa
lane.
as
Easy.
Rubik will get clipped by Mikoto. He can't jump, though. He took some damage. Manages to... Oh, no cookie connection. Mikoto tries to lifesteal off of a ward, but that does not work, and he will go down. That he thought that he could get out with the tree dance, but he gets clipped, and that's a pretty big kill for Team Aster.
This is how you throw away your lead. You're playing way too aggressive as Monkey King between Tier 1, Tier 2 tower, even though they have a great vision. These two observer wards showing them any kind of rotation from the mid lane, actually a third one as well, near the outpost.
Yeah, I'm very surprised because, like we said, we have 4 heroes who basically do the same thing. Monkey King, Pango, Void Spirit, and Slark all can kind of do the same thing. And yet, Monkey King's kind of playing by himself. And he's the most valuable target right now, as they will now start to converge onto the Bloodseeker. In comes the Rolling Thunder. They will bounce that Bloodseeker to death, as well as clip Fade. But with the TP rotation coming in from XXS, they don't want to commit too heavily. Hyde will Astral Step away, and that is a clean kill on the Bloodseeker.
Rubik stolen Rolling Thunder. Pango needs to be careful in the mid game. Still does not have a point in Shield Crash. Every single time you use Rolling Thunder, you need the Shield Crash instantly.
Yeah, need to make sure that Rubik can't easily steal that. Because that is, like, Rubik has basically nothing better to steal than Rolling Thunder right now.
Top tower is under
I guess
attack.
Boundless could be nice, but that's kind of difficult. A lot of focus on the bot lane. And I guess if you're Boom, then you're just happy that your Slark is going, you know, unimpeded right now. No one from Aster has really gone up to the top lane yet. It does seem that Bloodseeker has opted to do the lane swap, and Slark may be a little bit nervous about that. He's like, what is this Bloodseeker doing in my lane now? He must have backup. And
He's fine if
Snapfire.
they make a rotation. He can't stay there solo, and there's the TP from Void Spirit.
Yeah, and they're going to go in on the Bloodseeker in the top lane. He gets remnanted, but not much else.
Both of these teams are limited on tower damage. That's why we did not see a single Tier 1 tower kill mid lane.
We get the jump into the Rolling Thunder. Bonks onto the Medusa as well as a TP rotation. ChYuan trying to dodge the balance strike. Not going to happen.
Rolling
A cool
cube.
Arcana Cube coming in hot. Will they be able to clip Mikoto again? They will. He has the Jingu though, but he keeps getting bounced. The ulti coming out from Oracle will save him. He only gets silenced after the fact, but he will die. And this is a lot of damage for this Monkey King to go up against. I don't think he's going to live it. And he will go down in the end. Actually does survive after the ult, but not able to survive much longer. Heavy rotation coming in. XXS actually, who did he duel?
He dueled the monkey.
Oh, was it like right as he was dying?
No, he dueled him before. They did not get
Oh,
the
they did not
damage.
get the
So
duel damage,
one of the
okay.
reasons why he stayed alive for so long was 4 points in Jingu, life stealing off it, all the region amplified from Oracle's ulti. Once again, Monkey King going for a trade. This time was a bit better. Instead of going for position 4, now they killed Medusa. But I don't think Medusa cares that much. She will gladly die since she was in a really bad spot and needs to catch up. But Monkey King feeds away more gold because he's on top of net worth at the moment.
And
And
ultimately,
Medusa's catching up. I mean, there's only 300 net worth difference.
another movement on Sccc. Immediate ulti stolen by Fade coming out onto the Bloodseeker at level 6.
He was
Still
like, how do I
full
use
seal.
this spell? I
Yeah.
never played Void Spirit. I'll just drop it on the ground.
Oh, Rupture coming out, as well as the Mortimer Kisses. Mikoto is in a world of hurt, gets clipped by the stolen Aether Remnant, and he will die. Another death for the Monkey King. And this one may actually turn into an objective. I think the main thing that Medusa was fine with, that even though she does die in the mid lane, Boom are not getting any objectives off of it. The map is not getting any smaller for her. Although she is kind of getting surrounded, or the Bloodseeker is now actually fighting over this outpost as Khezcute will die. XSS does get the duel victory off of that.
That's a blink dagger on Legion. XXS definitely knows how to play this hero. When the hero was pretty bad, he was still playing it. And now gets a blink dagger so they can get initiation, especially on the Oracle before he can get any spells off. There should
And
be
now
an easy
initiation
kill.
on the Bloodseeker. He will go down to this Void Spirit Pango combo. Seems like the liabilities this game are the Monkey King on Dire and the Bloodseeker on Radiant.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
but
is under
XSS, with
attack.
that Blink Dagger, as you said, he is an expert on the hero. And if you are able to shut down this, like, I mean, being able to complete a Blink Dagger this early on means that you want to get really aggressive on this Slark. Because I see, like, plenty of alternative item builds on the Legion Commander. Sometimes you want to tank up more. I don't really see
There
the
isn't
armlet build that
any
much.
magical damage, so there's no reason to go for pipes this game.
Yeah, exactly. So no real incentive
Like
to...
with this kind of a build that he is going for, Blink Dagger, even though he showed the Blink Dagger without smoking before, they didn't get any kills. He's just farming the lane, Blade Mail and BKB queued up, which means that he's going to scale. It's extremely effective against Monkey King and Slark. Double Diffusal Blade about to be finished on Boom.
Smoke. They managed to find Khezcute. That's an easy duel victory. 20 damage.
They just need to buy time on Aster, play with Legion Commander and Bloodseeker. Like, Bloodseeker's not a real carry in this game. He's more of a utility, but he's still gonna scale with the item build that he's going for. Maelstrom, I want to see BKB second item on him, so he can just run in. They have no, like, they have physical damage, but no spells that go through magic immunity. Double Diffusal Blade finished. Now it's time for Boom to make action. Game pretty even in terms of net worth, with a 1k lead for Boom at the moment.
I mean, that needs to go higher though. If you're against a Medusa, you need to take some more. They have one tier 1 tower claimed at 16 minutes into the game. Medusa feels safe farming practically anywhere on the map right now. And it does look like there's a little bit of movement from Boom towards the bot lane. Hopefully they can take advantage of these diffusal blades.
Diffusal Blade is not a farming item. Most of the time you want to get like Maelstrom that increases your farm. This is the item that you want to fight with. It's extremely effective against Medusa, one of the best items in the game, but you need to take a fight with it.
And I think Aster do not want to have to take a fight with that availability, as it looks like they will give up the bot tier 1 uncontested. Instead, they will claim the mid tier 1. Banless comes out on XSS, but he gets cookied out. And FBC is not going to be able to find anything. Does shield crash, so Fate is not going to be able to steal a Rolling Thunder, but that is a Rolling Thunder down. Unless they think they're strong enough to still fight with this. I mean, Slark's hungry. He came all the way to this lane for something, and he wants kills. But Dreamocel, I guess, realizes that he's under vision, starts slowing down, and he's just going to leave.
I was talking about Divine Rapier on Medusa. I do not want to see Divine this game as second item, at least. Even though she is on top of net worth, caught up, there is one, like, /2 saves if you count the Cookie as a save. It pressed the attack.
So what's the justification for an
Butterfly. I think Butterfly is just the way to go. Gives you damage, attack speed, and miss chance against these two cores who rely on just
Radiant's top
pure
tower
right
is
clicks.
under attack.
What kind of situation would you advocate for an early Rapier? Is it like if the enemy team is like a Coddle and you have to deal with Blinding Light, or if there's like a Evasion hero like Phantom Assassin and you're like, well, I need to...
Sure.
Is it the True Strike that justifies the early
It's
Rapier?
True Sight, or if you're having an okay time from 10 to 20 minute mark where you're controlling the map, getting the kills, getting the Roche, then it's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to heavily commit to anything at the moment, because either you go for Butterfly, it's such a costly item, so you're not going to be spending any gold for the next like 3-4 minutes anyway.
Yeah. I mean, she's chilling. She's level 16 right now. Level 16 at 19 minutes into the game. and she has not really participated in anything. She's had 2 assists and 1 death. So if you're Aster, I think you're thrilled with the state of the game right now. And I mean, I really want this Slark to enter the game at some point. They capture the outpost bot, but it seems like Aster are just going to do the mirror movement as they claim the outpost up top. We'll see if BOOM ID actually want to fight it, as Mikoto will start TPing to that outpost. And we get a root on the Snapfire, but too late. Oh, FBZ gets the swashbuckle connection. Rupture comes out as well as the silence, so now he's bleeding out quite a bit, as well as the Mortimer kisses. Magic damage is being mitigated right now from the Oracle, and they managed to get far enough away from the Snapfire that the ulti will not be a concern. But they have 30 seconds to claim another outpost, otherwise BOOM ID gets a nice little influx of experience.
I think Aster is fine with that. They forced them to go back. Medusa will keep farming. Pango used the ulti.
Fade's on a mission. Will he be able to claim this outpost in time? Looks like the rest of BOOM know that this movement is going to happen, but they don't want to commit too heavily. They managed to find XXS with an Astral Step, but he gets the duel off immediately. Wukong's command is activated, and Void Spirit might die, but he will end up surviving, gets the Resonant Pulse off. XXS gets smashed by the Boundless, as well as BoBoKa Snapfire on the backlines. Stone Gaze comes out, stuns out quite a few heroes, but, I mean, you just took down 2 strong Radiant team fighters on Aster.
They're chasing.
Let's keep going. They get the disarm on Medusa. She purchases it off with the Manta style. Silence comes out, and Bango gets clipped. This Medusa is suspiciously strong, actually. Hyde trying to finish off the job, but Medusa has enough mana that the Mana Shield will protect, and that is a heavy feed the other direction.
That is a get back from Khezcute, but not on time. Oh, man.
And
He still has ulti to work with, but should be fine.
Yeah. He's taking a lot of damage here, but Dreamocel does manage to escape. Whole lot of aggression. Did not see Slark participating in any of that.
Medusa was holding the high ground. Pretty hard to take down. They had no vision over whatsoever. They got the 2 kills, but you just need to stop after that. Chasing is fine, you know, you're feeling that this deer is wounded, but Medusa and Bloodseeker was still alive.
Yeah, ultimately they just didn't respect this. Medusa has 11,000 net worth. Because, I mean, normally you kill 2 enemy heroes. You killed off the Snapfire, which is 1 save with the cookie. You kill off the Legion Commander, which is another save with Press the Attack. What could this Medusa really do? Turns out she can do quite a bit, because she has been doing nothing but farming all game long. She's huge, and she turned out that fight very, very quickly.
And I love that Butterfly. Needs less than 2k gold to actually finish it. Evasion plus extra evasion from level 10 talent. Like, you do not want to buy MKB on these heroes early on. It's neither Slark nor Monkey.
What about the Rapier? Huh? Oh, Swashbuckle comes in, clips 2. No disarms on either of those, so they're going to keep walking away. Fade steals the Rolling Thunder, immediately goes into the cube, and going to run interference on the rest of BOOM ID. Doesn't have Shield Crash, though, so he can't jump over any cliffs, but he will just roll out.
You need to pop Shield Crash immediately after Rolling Thunder. You can't give Rubik that Rolling Thunder, otherwise you're just going to control the back lines. Oracle will need to be more careful, and the instant smoke from Aster, that's also going to be invis.
Jump
they have
into the
vision.
high ground, they get the duel with the vision, immediate duel victory onto the Slark. You couldn't ask for a better target. FBZ's on the run, gets clumsy netted, gets telekinesed, and he will go down as well. Swashbuckles away, but he gives up the swashbuckle in return.
They can go into Roche Pit. This observer board being pinged out, it's all it takes. 1 good pick off on a core. Medusa, 1,000 gold away from that Butterfly. She's gonna be unkillable.
Yeah, especially if you have Legion press the attack behind her. You can honestly Blood Rage the Medusa and feel pretty confident that she's going to survive everything. Because, yeah, I mean, with all this evasion, Monkey King's not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. Slark is going to be missing a ton of attacks. Void Spirit's not a damage dealer because he was a 4 position. And Pango, I mean, his magic damage is not nearly enough unless if you manage to pinball against a choke point. Otherwise, Medusa's just going to be just fine.
We did not see a single Wukong's command yet, at least in this game, right?
We've
seen one.
I think we saw one during a push. But Aster are just so good at disengaging that they'll just leave the fight as soon as they see it. Oh, Yule's up into the Aether Remnant. They clip off the Bloodseeker. Wukong's command is used. Sccc gets hit by the Balance Strike, and he will die in the end. BoBoKa trying to run away. ChYuan comes in with the Stone Gaze, getting slowed quite a bit by the Wukong's command, but he wants to fight. He is in more than a ready position to take these fights. A heavy telekinesis into the Clumsy Net. Void Spirit will go down, and I don't think BOOM are in a position to take this fight. FBZ threatening the Rolling Thunder. They're still kind of dancing around here like they want to fight. Dreamocel is going in
I don't
now.
think you want to go for Medusa.
No.
That's a full butterfly, level 20.
You're going to hit like 1 in every 5 attacks on this Medusa. Dual Blade Mail onto the Oracle. Mortimer's Kisses just to ensure the victory and XSS. Oh, well, actually, Mikoto does manage to clip BoBoKa. But, yeah, he's going to get away.
No stuns to stop that TP. Duel already used. And the Legion Commander transitioning into carry in this game. 56 dual victory damage. That Blade Mail crippling both of the cores of BOOM.
Yeah, I think she's more feared than the Bloodseeker right now. Bloodseeker has not really been doing much other than rupturing people. He did start off that entire fight. SCCC was farming Ancients, and then that's how this whole engagement started. But Legion Commander's more than ready to pick up the slack, as she has a double damage rune.
No, Slark.
Just straight up Shadow Dance. This man needs to get away. XSS does not have duel available, so no chance of initiation, but they will claim a tier 1 victory.
Full 3 minutes of Aegis left. Now they want to build up the advantage. Try to shut them down. Go take out the tier 2 towers. It's going to be an easy kill on
Easy kill on
Bloodseeker.
SCCC. He's tactical. You know, he's here to make space.
Sadly, his BKB was about to be delivered.
Going to be used onto this Pango. Not enough damage to claim the victory. Aether Remnant going to slow down the Legion Commander, but another Clumsy Net will make sure FBZ cannot get away. Force Staff, BoBoKa is trying to escape. Aether Remnant will not connect. XSS already used the duel, and he's going to get hit by another Aether Remnant.
Just chased him
Just
down
chase him.
until they die.
Astral Step. He's getting away.
They're really limited on the catch if the Rubik does not
Whoa,
have
they want to take this fight.
telekinesis.
Mikoto activates the Wukong's command, but does not connect the Boundless. He's going to get hit by ChYuan. He's stone gazed up and taking so much damage. He's not going to be able to take any of these Jingu lifesteal attacks. Does briefly manage to activate the Mischief
40
to dodge
HP.
1 attack. 40 HP survival. Khezcute sweating bullets is able to successfully save his Monkey King. That was hella close. But they managed to survive, and they're narrowing the gap. Only a 1k net worth advantage right now for Aster. Granted, it is a Medusa who is massive. You still need an answer from Medusa, but at least you're being able to pick off these other heroes like the Snapfire and the Rubik.
Bloodseeker needs to play more with the team. I understand that he still wants like catch up because of those couple of unnecessary deaths. But just being with the team, having that blood right to zone them out and the rupture to keep them in place. Medusa will do the job. Oh, that's a full MKB on Monkey.
Well,
No BKB. This is extremely greedy build.
I mean, Slark isn't dying that much, so I guess Oracle isn't like, I have to save this Slark. I have to use my ult on Slark every single time.
Slark is fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he dies unless they duel him.
Right.
Status resistance build is good.
Yeah.
SNY. Okay, he has Paladin Sword, so some extra life steal even during the duel.
So someone needs to go greedy then, as now they get the Rupture and the duel onto the Oracle. That's a quick kill. Another successful victory for XXS.
Successful.
I get it. That was pretty good. I'm okay with the Monkey King going for a glass cannon build because someone needs to take advantage of the fact that you have an Oracle.
I mean, you have an item that is called after you.
Exactly.
So
We already talked about how you have the spell named after yourself. Now you have the item named after yourself. It's only fitting. Why is there no Monkey King Immortal for having a Monkey King bar?
You're asking the right questions, but I don't have the answers.
Tier 2 tower claimed bot. And BOOM expecting a defense for this tier 2 up top. Instead, they're just going to glyph it. And another tower claimed. I mean, Aster are like, okay, fine. If you're not going to defend any of this, we're not going to go defend our towers either. We push way faster than you do. And they take 2 tiers, and BOOM still have failed to take the top tier 2 yet. They keep waiting for a fight. They're like, someone's going to show up and defend. And then we're going to jump on them. Oh, wait. We forgot to push the tower, actually.
It's a full BKB on Medusa. Does not want to get her mana burned. They have no abilities that go through BKB.
Yep.
And there's no real save. There's no like Omni Knight with GA. There's no Oracle on their side, so she needs to be careful about herself. Yes, there's press the attack plus the cookie, but I don't think that's enough. So getting BKB is justified here.
And she deals more than enough damage right now. She does not need to, get even more agi or anything like that. She has tons of evasion, which has sure been mitigated by the MKB, but
I have to disagree. Having enough damage, I
There's
don't think
no
I want
such
to
thing.
use those terms. Like, just get the Crystallis, you know?
yeah, where have all the Crystallises been? I have not seen a single one. We've casted an entire 1.5 games, Lacoste. Based on my sample size, I should have seen like 10 Crystallises by now.
Medusa can build one. It's a position for Void Spirit and
What about Bloodseeker?
Bloodseeker. Nah.
No Crystals, Bloodseeker? Okay, fine. Yeah, so you draw the line somewhere, Mikoto. Nice Aether Remnant to make sure no one can go up the high ground. Shredder gonna take down that ward. They want this outpost. SCCC is
Yes,
gonna claim it from the low
that's
ground.
what I'm talking
Pull
about.
him up,
More
high ground.
damage.
Pull him up. Now he's on the high ground. What are you gonna do? You're gonna activate your BKB and you're gonna fight. Wukong's command is activated, and they're like, all right, fine. You can keep the outpost. If you're gonna commit that heavily, you can keep it.
2 big ultis used.
But a Bloodseeker BKB also used.
Well, he said she doesn't need damage. I see Rapier queued up.
Yeah, but that was after the BKB. There's you have to a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense. I'm okay. A little from column A, a little from column B.
Just need to mix it up.
Yeah, exactly. A nice, well-rounded diet.
Right now, she's just farming and
Just farming.
building up the advantage until the second Roche is up. The timing should be on point. Divine
Telekinesis
Rapier
into
and
duel.
Aegis. All right, that's going to be another dual victory for XXS.
92 damage right now on this Legion Commander. She is massive. Mikoto also working his way towards an MKB. Definitely far more valuable on the Dire team right now to be able to deal with all this Rubik and Snapfire and Bloodseeker business. Not going to help against the Rupture, but the rest of it will. Dude, freaking Rapier Medusa plus Blood Rage is going to do so much damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane.
Just stand and don't move. That's
She has
I
a
guess that's
Grove
the
Bow,
plan.
though. She will find you. $6K net worth advantage. Pretty much all of it is on the shoulders of this Legion Commander, who is basically 5K net worth ahead of the next Dire hero. Whatever happened to Slark Ags? That was like such a meme for like a huge while, and then no one builds it these days, I feel.
After seeing Miracle during Mad Moon, where he threw one of the games, like
yeah.
I think people don't want to buy it. You feel like you're invincible, but your team doesn't have
Right.
jump over the whole screen twice.
Exactly.
So
It's the same thing
you're-
with like a lot of Storm Spirits.
you need to be careful how
Yeah.
you use that.
I was skeptical that it would even be good, but then everyone was building it first. I'm like, I still don't think it's good. Another duel onto the Pango. He will go down. Where are we at on damage as we see a Rupture on Hyde? He is going to just kill himself.
He almost kills himself.
Oh my god. He's out. Clean.
Roche is up. Medusa getting closer to that Rapier. You can buy Sacred Relic and put Demon Edge once you have enough gold in the backpack. Just lock it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Are scanning.
A little cute play by Oracle, channeling the Fortune's End on himself right before the Blood Rite silences him. Fortunately, cute plays will not win you this game. You're not able to challenge Roche at all. Put the Blood Rage on the Roche and the Medusa, and you are just going to destroy this. Aegis on the Medusa, Cheese onto probably the Bloodseeker. And they are ready to end this game pretty much.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Just waiting for that Rapier.
Just wait for the Rapier. Oh, never mind. He already has something else in his quick play also. He wants the Satanic also. He wants it all on this Medusa.
I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. With Aegis, you should be able to finish out the game. You park yourself in front of their base with the Blood Rage on, press the attack. No one wants to get close. Like, they need to cut into backline skill. The others maybe poke in with Slark, get some stacks. They need to repeat that, because I don't see them winning a team fight with the full engagement. They need a good Pangolier ulti on top of MK, keeping them inside of it. Also, there's synergy, and there's also really no synergy between these two. Like, you can bounce people out with Pango's ulti, but you can also keep them if you know how to use it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And there it is. Divine Rapier.
Rapiera. Doesn't have the goal for buyback, though. So, you know, if she dies twice, then you're kind of screwed. But at the same time, how the hell do you kill this Medusa twice? How the hell do
Where's
you
the
kill her
Blood
once?
Rage? Where's the Presty attack?
Bloodseeker's farming the jungle right now. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Pop
Oh
the
my
glyph
god, the
to
damage.
Keep this creep alive for the vision on the high
FBC
ground.
just gets shredded. Now there's the Blood Rage. Bloodseeker tanks the Aether Remnant. Hey, they got a disarm. Lucky, lucky shot. But Medusa, oh, okay, now she's getting
Another
more
disarm.
disarms. They purged it off with the Presty attack. Backdoor protection is online, but only ever so briefly. And they're going to start a fight. Bloodright comes in the backlines. Sccc activates his BKB. Mortimer Kiss is actually going to finish off Dreamocel. He's going to go down as well as Mikoto. Yeah, neither of them have buyback. I think that this game is a foregone conclusion. They're just going to straight up start sieging tier 4s.
And here we are. The
Here we
game
are.
suddenly just feels over. Medusa gets that Aegis, gets Divine Rapier. The only thing they can do is try to disarm her.
Void Spirit is cutting the waves and being quite successful. Unfortunately, Medusa does so much damage, she does not care about backdoor protection at all. Unfortunately, no repair kits on the side of Boom, so they just gotta tank it. 45 seconds until Slark comes back. Cookie's gonna stun up the Oracle. He goes down, start destroying this backdoor protection. Oh, never mind. Start farming. Or are they gonna get like a
Mask of
Desolator?
Madness,
Let's go. Get the Desolator. Where's the Meteor Hammer? Someone buy a Meteor Hammer.
At least the Blightstone.
Oh my god, they don't need any
There
of that.
it is.
GG. They killed the Ancient through backdoor protection. Medusa, Rapier, Team Aster victory 2-0 over Boom ID.
Team Aster made this look extremely easy.
Yeah.
Pretty surgical game, I would say.
Mhm.
Even though Boom did okay job, like getting kills here and there. I expected more from this team, to be honest. I know that they can play better. There was really some unnecessary deaths on Monkey King, where he just completely dominated the lane. You can see how skilled he is in the early stages of the game, knows the matchups, but doesn't do that much with the farm that he gets.
Overall, the map movement, it just seemed like Aster were far more experienced, far more seasoned.
It's not necessarily like his fault. We addressed some of the draft issues where you have the heroes who do the same thing, and he wants to do so much with it. So they're kind of in a bad spot where you want to do stuff, you want to play aggressive, but the heroes that you have will pretty much do the same thing, which I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, and if none of you are going to be pushing towers afterwards, then like who cares if you get the kills? Medusa still has her jungle, and it's perfectly safe, as we see last game's damage statistics. But we can see this game now. Medusa, there you go, 34,000 damage, doubling her Bloodseeker with total damage. And Mikoto yet again showing up onto the... Actually, it was Dreamocel last time who was playing the Monkey King. This time it's going to be Mikoto on the Monkey King. But it just was not enough.
Yeah, if you look at the Slark, he was participating in only 2 kills. That's
rough.
not enough. You had an okay early time. The thing is, your mid laner, Monkey King, also wants to take the fights, so who will be farming? And you have no tower damage whatsoever. Like, Monkey King doesn't deal tower damage, neither does any of these heroes on their side. So even if you get a kill or 2, towers are full HP, you're playing against Medusa, Rubik. It's really hard to actually put any pressure.
This was definitely a draft loss. But game 1, we gave Boom the draft advantage. But it just seems like Aster is like a more skilled team, which I don't think many people would consider to be a hot take. Coming into this tournament, you see the names that are on Aster. Really, ChYuan was the one that has like the least exposure, I suppose, and he did fantastic both games.
For sure.
And so probably a foregone conclusion, but we were curious to see what Boom's capable of. Unfortunately, this game was not the best showing. But they're not eliminated. There's still plenty of time. We are just at day 1 of this group stage with Aster claiming a 2-0 victory over Boom.
I want to see more of Boom. I know they can do much better than this individually. They are skilled. There are some draft issues that they can address. I think they can learn a lot from this game, how to approach certain drafts, not necessarily against like Team Aster, who drafts I'd say similar to some of the Western teams, but also a bit different. There's like this
The
little bit of
Chinese flavor.
spice. Yeah, Chinese flavor.
Yeah, but that will be it from these two teams. However, if you stick around, we will have Alliance versus No Ping, Europe versus South America coming up next on this stream. So stick around. We'll be right back.